everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to another episode here of ARK Survival Evolved from the island. Apologies for the 2-week hiatus since the last episode. For any of you guys who watch my Minecraft content over on my Python MC channel, you'll know what's been going on. But for those of you over here, I apologise for sort of leaving you in the dust. Basically, the last couple of weeks I wanted to be there for my girlfriend because she has unfortunately suffered a family loss. Yeah, not really too great of a time lately, my friends, but we are back here, better late than never and all that. And you join me here on the mountains. I've gone ahead and I've picked up a whopping 4,000 bits of metal. And as a result of that, we'll be able to have ourselves a whopping 2,000 metal ingots being smelted up. That is going to take a fair while. And I think, to be honest, what we should start off the episode by doing is maybe making ourselves a refining forge array. The sooner we can grab ourselves all of those 2,000 metal ingots, the sooner we can make a start on making ourselves a bunch of industrial crafting stations. I'm probably not going to do what I did in my ARK Survival Ascended Let's Play before this one and try to make all 4 of the industrial crafting stations in one episode. Good grief, did that burn me out massively last time. I'm going to be going ahead and sort of spreading that goal out among several episodes. But yeah, it's definitely something I want to get done. The sooner we have the industrial crafting stations, you know, the forge and the cooking station and all that kind of stuff, the sooner we have all of that, the sooner we'll be able to get on with some more major projects in this world. Anyway, while we make our way back to our base area, it gives me an opportunity to say a massive thank you for all of your lovely support throughout this series. And of course, a massive thank you for all of your patience and understanding as of late. I really do appreciate it a ton, my friends. Of course, if you do want to continue supporting these episodes and indeed the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you'd continue dropping likes beneath the videos. And of course, if you're new around here, consider subscribing with those bell notifications turned on, and you'll be the first to know when the new ARK episodes roll out. Ah, yeah. Home sweet home. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 4,011 bits of metal grabbed. Good grief, is that a lot? In terms of all of the industrial crafting stations, that being the forge, the cooking pot, the grill, and indeed the industrial grinder, I've actually done the maths. I need a grand total of 7,700 metal ingots, and you multiply that by 2, because it's 2 bits of metal per ingot, and it winds up being a whopping 15,400 bits of metal you need for all 4 industrial crafting stations. Now, considering we got ourselves a whopping 4,000 bits of metal from our first trip here, basic maths says that we need to do 3 further metal trips to grab all of the metal that we need. So I think how we're going to structure this episode is we're going to do a metal trip, which we just did, and then we're going to work on something else, and then we'll do a metal trip, and then rinse and repeat until we have the amount of metal that we need. I think what I'd like to do first of all is I'd like to get my refining forge array set up. So I'm going to need myself a bunch of stone, a bunch of wood and thatch, and a bit of a platform to place all of these forges down, and then, yeah, we can start them off, smelting a bunch of metal. I think the last time I made a refining forge array, I had, what, 10 refining forges? Is there even a slight possibility I have the resources to make 10? 7? Okay, that's not too bad. Roll and roll and roll and roll and roll and smash! Yeah! Ha ha ha! Very nice. Okay, so the stone walls required so I can make myself a bunch of stone foundations. Pretty sure I've got all the other resources I need. So let's get on over to this little S+ crafting station. And hopefully we'll be able to make a pretty good start with this thing. So foundations, we do a little bit of this. And lookity-doo, we can make 20 of them. Alright, here we are, folks. We've got ourselves a large platform placed down. And now what we need to do is get all of the refining forges placed down. I mean, we might have gone a little bit overkill in terms of the size of this area. Maybe we could place down some other crafting stations upon here. Maybe the fabricator, for example. Well, I'll tell you what, my friends. We are going to wind up with a crazy amount of charcoal from all this. I've got 400 metal in each of the forges with 200 bits of wood. Whether or not that wood supply is going to be enough per batch of 400 remains to be seen. But anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, man! Are we going to be getting a crazy supply of metal ingots now? Before we head off on our next metal gathering trip, though, I think what might be a good idea is if we do indeed make ourselves a fabricator. It's definitely something we need to get done anyway. So let's have a look real quick. We need cementing paste, crystal, metal, oil, and spark powder. Should be able to make ourselves that straight away. And look at that. We can indeed. Ah! Well, I'll tell you something. I really love Structures Plus. The whole, you know, grab system. Really, Dilophosaur? Oh, good grief. Turns out these guys weren't set to passive. So I've now gone ahead and done so. That shouldn't happen again, because now everything is all higgledy-piggledy inside of my big old taming breeding pen of epicness. Ooh, look at all these eggs, though. Check it out. In here, we have ourselves a whopping 5 Eutyranus eggs now. Extraordinary nutritional value. Oh, I can't wait to transform these into kibble eventually. Do we even have gasoline to be able to power that fabricator? It would appear no, we do not. Okay, in which case we're going to have to make some. Grab out some oil, grab out some hide, and we're going to split it amongst the 2 refining forges in here. And what should happen is eventually... Yeah, check it out. So 1 bit of gasoline requires 5 hide and 6 oil. Wow. Okay. Is it only 1 you get per time, or do you get multiple? We'll find out in just a second, I guess. What have we got? Oh, you get 5 per time. Oh, that's pretty handy dandy, isn't it? So with the forge array set up and the fabricator placed down, I think the time has come for our second metal gathering trip. Come on, Ankylo. Let's get back to the mountains. Smashy, smashy. Oh, yeah. Loads of metal for you, boy. 400 metal. And another 500 metal. Oh, dude, we're getting so much. And look at this. We are continually upgrading our weight as well. We might be able to get more than 4,000 bits of metal per trip eventually. Blimey, O'Reilly, are we slowed down something fierce? That tells me that this Ankylo has probably got an even heavier load than the first load that we had at the beginning of today's episode. How many bits did we get on that trip? We've got 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42. Nearly 4,500 bits of metal from that second trip. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, all of the metal has been distributed, and we've got roughly 850 bits of metal per forge now, which is amazing. We've got 2 further metal trips to do, but before we embark on our 3rd one, I think what I'd like to do is I would like to see if I can tame an otter. I feel like I've mentioned wanting to tame an otter a few times in this series, but we never actually got on with doing it. So here's what I'm thinking. Number 1, we go to sleep. There we are. Fresh new day for your boy. Number 2, we grab out a small version of our taming trap. Literally just a 1x1, I think would do the job. Because we're only using a very, very small taming trap today, we should be able to get away with using our Pteranodon. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to set up our mini taming trap room, and then we're simply going to carry a wild otter and drop it inside of the taming trap. And so far as I can remember, you tame them in much the same way you tame a Hesperornis, in that you feed them, I think, dead fish. They typically spawn along the rivers on the island, so I guess it's just going to be a case of, I don't know, getting lucky. Let's bring up our Spyglass so we can see the outlines of all of the dudes who are around. And then basically, we've just got to keep a nice sharp eye out. And would you look at that? Literally already, there is an otter right there. It's a high level one as well. I would very much like to see if I can tame it. I am going to put down my taming trap just sort of on the shoreline here. Let's see if we can capture it. Yeah! Oh, he's not even, like, attached via the claw. He's just floating. Sure. Let's just do that, shall we? Otter. Oh, no, I missed. Ah, darn it. Come on, Python. You can do this. There you go. That's got it, hasn't it? Oh, it's escaped. How the devil did it just escape? Hey, buddy. You're gonna be captured and put inside this thing this time, aren't you? There we go. Oh, no, I missed again. Dude, I really suck at landing animals in a 1-by-1 area. Come on, Python. Come on, Python. That one. That's had it. Oh, yes! Ha 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 ha! Well, definitely made a bit of a mistake here. I bought my little monkey dude as opposed to my ichthyi bird fish capture buddy. The good news is we weren't a million miles from our base where we just were. So, what that means for us is we're going to chuck down the monkey dude. We're going to grab our ichthyi. Actually, we should probably make sure you are on the correct setting. Nope. I want to change it to hunt and retrieve. There we go. Alright, can I remember how to do this? Throw you off. Can you go grab a saber-toothed salmon? Is that something that you might do? Yeah! Alright, come on then. I'm going to need you to come over here there, broski. Oh, that's not very handy. You were supposed to hunt and retrieve, not hunt and leave it, you moron. Might I have this guy on the wrong setting? Let's just hope I can get back to the shoreline before a bunch of piranhas try to have me off. Alrighty, so far so good. Alright, so let's see if we can do this thing. Feed fish. Oh! It only took one? Oh, fantastic! Dude, we did it! Level 202 male otter with 48 carry weight. That probably doesn't sound like a lot, but in terms of being able to carry multiple of the same types of artifacts, that's actually not that bad. Needless to say, as we go along and we level up this otter, we're going to pretty much exclusively level up weight. So this guy can carry more artifacts. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the main reason you go for otters. You can have multiple of the same sorts of artifact. Oh, and also these guys are excellent for giving you insulation. Like if I was to bring up my insulation here, 320 and 334. Without the otter, we go down to only 72 hypothermal and 219 hyperthermal insulation. Yeah, otters are well worth having for the insulation buffs they give you as well. And if you wanted a third reason as to why you should go for an otter, I mean, do I even need to say it? Look at him. Is he not the most adorable looking tame in this entire game? Alright, let's pick up our taming trap and let's get ourselves back to base. I'm so happy we finally got an otter. We've been talking about it for the longest time, and now we've finally done it. Don't mind me, just a Pteranodon, his little kitty cat face looking dude, and his bird friend. Ah, such a happy time. Oh, no way! You can give them a helmet. Okay, I would love to give my little otter friend a helmet. Let's see what we have in our gear chest, shall we? A simple cloth hat. Do we have anything better than a cloth hat? Fur hat? Maybe? Oh, no way. Can you imagine my otter with a 242 armor value flak helmet? That would be hilarious. Do you know what? I would very much like to see if I could actually put that on my otter. If so, this guy's going to look hilarious. All right, here we go. So, oh, no way. Oh, my otter looks like a gladiator now. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is the greatest day ever. I love this. Alrighty, with that goal done and dusted, we're going to put away the taming trap and we're going to embark on our third and penultimate metal gathering sesh. Mashy time! Ah, gotta love a good old rich metal node, haven't you? Look at it. Wow, look at this little piece of resource heaven. Look at my Yankee. He's literally shaking in anticipation of smashing these here rocks. So let's go ahead and not deny him any further. Come on, I'm not actually that interested in the crystal. Also the metal. Come on, any second now. There we go. That's more like it, isn't it? All right, we've got another rich metal node to go as well. 450, 500. Oh my goodness me, that is way too much. for my poor little Anki to be dealing with. So let's go ahead and get rid of a bunch of it. And here we are. This is what we're going to be going home with for our third load. Wow, that is a really slow movement speed we've got going on now, folks. God blimey, this is going to take an age to get back to base. Alrighty, about 50 million years later, we're back at base. So the way I've been distributing all of the metal is by using this button up here, brings up your personal inventory. I then type in metal, and then I divide the amount of metal my Ankilo has on him by 10. I've already gone ahead and taken one load off this guy, though. I can tell you, though, that it's going to be 480 bits of metal per forge. So just rinse and repeat the process. We click this button, type in metal, do a little bit of this, 480, pull, done, transfer. Easy money. I mean, by all means, if there is a quicker way of doing this than what I'm doing here right now, do let me know in the comments area. But yeah, this is what I have so far figured out to be the most effective way of distributing things nice and cleanly. Alrighty, so nearly 100 bits of wood have been used up, and we've so far gotten about 124 metal ingots. I am going to estimate that 150 bars will take up an entire stack of wood, so we might need to do just a little bit of a wood gathering trip before we head out for our final metal gathering trip. So here we go, 600 wood plus nearly another 600 wood. Some quick numbers. 7,700 bars was the amount we needed for all 4 industrial crafting stations. Divvy that number by 10. So, what, 770 bars per forge. And if 150 bars are done per stack of wood, then what that means is we need just over, what, 5 stacks of wood? So just over 500 wood per forge. I am so glad that I have a casteroid. Alrighty, so 550 bits of wood in total per forge. I think I've got my numbers correct. That should be enough fuel. So just finish distributing the rest here. And then we can get on with our final metal gathering trip. Come on, Anki. One final hurrah. After grabbing ourselves a little bit of a top-up of water, because, oh my goodness, has today been thirsty work. Come on in, Anki. One final session of smashy, and we'll be good. Oh my goodness me. Get out of the inventory. Unit, grab the Anki. He is literally more valuable to me than diamonds are right now. Let's get out of here. Oh, yeah. Double rich metal node. 4,731 bits of metal grabbed in that final metal gathering sesh. So, divvy that by 10. Roughly, it'll be about 470 per time this time. Sweet. So then, everything has been distributed, including, hopefully, the correct amount of fuel per forge. What I'm hoping is that when we come back in the next episode, we will have upwards of 7,700 metal ingots to work with, which is just insane to say. This is by far and away the highest amount of metal I have ever gathered in a single episode. But I'll tell you something, we won't have to do it again for some time yet. So yeah, very, very happy about that. And I'm also very, very happy about the fact that my Ankilo is now a nice round level 250. You have gotten yourself a whole bunch of levels up today, haven't you there, buddy? And of course, the other big thing we've done today is we've finally gotten ourselves an Otter. And oh my goodness, you are just so cute with that little iron helmet on. So, I think on that epic and happy note, it is time to wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider dropping a like beneath the video. Subscribe if you don't want to miss out on my future content. But for now, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you folks in the next episode. Bye-bye for now.